came to the junkyard to get my my harness. I don't know if you can see that, but then here goes a G35X. So if you guys don't know what the X is, you see some came to the junkyard, got my harness here for that thing, but found this guy. Look at this. What? A G35 with front wheel drive axles, and then you come here and it's got rear wheel drive axles. This is a G35X. So shit, man, it's you make your 240 all-wheel drive. Let's look and see how this transfer case and everything works up. So see the transfer case back there. Yeah, you would need you need to tub out the 240 to put that in. But yeah, man, that would be pretty sick shit. Let's go and see the drive shaft and stuff. Yeah, look at that. Freaking, that's beautiful. I wonder how much horsepower that transfer case can take. Anyhow, that's
alright guys, so on one of my earlier videos I had was reading, trying to figure all this out way before, and basically one of the things that I read online, so basically this is like a PSA. Obviously don't listen to everything that you see on the internet unless someone like me, or not me, but someone showing you exactly what the FSM says. So what happened was reading up cam sensor. They're like, oh, it's a 5-volt, it's a 5-volt feed, but really it's not. It's a 12-volt feed, but it's a 5-volt output, which is generally most of your systems will be, TPS and whatnot. So here goes the layout for it. Pin 1, it's black. You trace that down, bam, and then it comes here to ground at F52. This red, which is the center, as your signal, that goes to the relay. To the ECU. At pin 33. But then this one is number 3, red, white. It goes here, and then it goes to on the ECU pin 119. So I ended up, go there. This is why FSMs are the shit. And then let me just, go back. So and then after that, you'll go here to the ECM harness layout. And if you start reading it out, here goes all the terminals. So, oh, damn it. I think I just forgot the damn terminal that I was looking for. I know it was like 1 something. But, this is good because I was just reading all this, and this stuff doesn't really make sense. Like how they said, like CMP phase, CKP, crank position, cam. They should have just put cam. Yeah, this dude's playing video games. But anyhow, so we're going to go back. It's 119 that we're looking for. So go back here and go to the layout. And then we're going to keep going till we find 119. So you come here, 119. It was the purple. It's the power supply for the ECM. And we should see 11 to 14 volts at this. So that means that all of the cam sensors are 12 volt. So it's pretty easy too, because since I've looked at it, the black is obviously ground, the middle is going to signal, and the the last one's going to be the 12 volt source. So I'm gonna run all those back to the ECU because I have a 12 volt feed that's on that port. I believe so. If not, then I might do a relay, or come from the ECM relay. Yeah, maybe I might do that. So, all right, guys, sleep.
All right, so this wire loom, this is the TPS harness that I have, and this wire loom that I have bought, man, it's like, you guys ever remember the Chinese finger lock toy, where you go, you stick your finger in, and then you try pulling it out, and then it grabs? Well, it's a braid, so it operates in the same way. And so as you see what I'm doing, kind of sucks because you can't really just pull it and drag it through. You gotta find like a close end of where it is, and what I do is just hold like a little piece behind it, push this up, grab the other one, and then walk it down. Now this one's gonna take, a little bit. This is like my longest run It's about, shoot, probably about 8 foot of wire. You know, I'm not gonna possibly use it all, but this is running from the front left engine of the bay to the back. But at least, you know, I'll have it this long and run it through and get it to where, you know, it looks clean, you know, and hopefully stock-ish. You know, I'm not going to do a wire tuck, but, you know, at least since I have control of doing these wires, I have control of doing these wires, then, you know, I can at least clean it up a bit. But, you know, it wasn't too bad. This is the 3/8 wire loom for 100 feet. It was like $15. I only bought, you know, one thing. I said what I'll do is, you know, join them all up and just, you know, zip ties or whatever. I think it's kind of good that I did that, because at least I can separate, you know, I'm separating it. Oh, I'm not putting everything into just one big wire loom. So it's going to be a little bit more easier if I have to pinpoint which harness might be, you know, having an issue. You know, hopefully I don't. This wire here is the only one that I'm pulling from that 25-year-old KA harness. Everything else came from the VQ, which is what? It's a 2004. So you're looking at, you know, damn, that's crazy. Serious? 13 years already? The 350's been out? Well, actually more, because it was 2003 they came out, 2002, something. But, you know, it's just amazing how time flies, and now we're coming up onto another New Year's. So this is what I'm doing, and we'll see. So as you can see, that's all I'm doing is just, you know, a little bit of a process, but once it's in there, yeah, you can't pull that thing out. And so it's kind of good too, because if something pulls on the harness, it will actually pull this shit, I got burnt there. Push this, pull the braided loom and actually protect the wire from stretching and possibly, you know, breaking continuity. One of the other things too that I noticed was with this loom, I guess it's like a PVC grade or something. When I went and tried cutting it with snips, I couldn't really do it. So then, you know, I have to use some nice good old scissors to do that. But I don't know, I think it's working out pretty good. So alright guys, hopefully we'll get some more done. Alright, so the squirt on the stock harness here, the crank tack in is a shielded, you know, wire. So what I ended up doing, because the stock one didn't have a shielded wire, I found another what do you call it, shielded wire on the harness, and so I went and wired that up. So, you know, the shielded wire will go to the signal, and then that ground, I just joined it up with the other ground of the sensor, which in turn actually will ground all at the I don't have the harness here, but at the ECU harness on what do you call it, the black white. I'll join it up to, where is that black white, anyways, yeah. Well, yeah, that's, you know, for the common sensor ground. So that's what's up. So I just did that to keep it, if I run into issues down the road with cam signals or whatnot, then I'm do another harness, another shielded, you know, if I do have an issue, because obviously it's there for a reason. But if I start getting some disturbance or something, which I think I would need an oscillating scope or whatnot to see that, but I could always just simply, since I'm wiring these up little, you know, piece by piece, that I can just simply go and what do you call it, join it and create a new one. Let me see what the fuck's going on here with this crazy. All right, just another quick tip. Well, not tip, but I just, you know, just, it's pretty sweet, because this is the injector harness. As you know, you can't really see, but there's a sub harness that connects all of the injectors, and then there's this plug in the back. So now this plug, it's an 8-pin plug. You see 8, starting from 1, 4, 5, 8, and this has, you know, basically the ECU signals, which the ECU just grounds out the fuel injector to complete the circuit, and the other side of the fuel injector is a 12-volt signal, you know, input. So basically it's 12. Once the ECU, you know, grounds, then it completes the circuit, opens up the injector, and that's what's up. So I have this all here, and I'm just like pretty excited because I got this nice full wire. I don't have to, you know, design anything or do anything. All I gotta do is just run, you know, put my loom on and then run this. And then the only thing is that pin 5, which is this white thing right here. Damn, you guys can't really see. There we go, better. This white on pin 5 is my 12-volt source. So that 12-volt source is just going to be on a switch source, and then inside the harness it joins up all of the 12 volts, so it makes my life much easier for that. So I pretty much getting there. I already have my cams done, coolant temp, my what do you call it, shit, the grounds and whatnot. So I just working on the VVL, working on the injector harness, and look, I already have those ran, and you see how it is in there. I mean, maybe I might take like a bigger loom and encompass them all in, but you know, I have my manifold air temp here. I also have this guy, which, you know, it's pretty long, and I tape them at the end just like fuel. You know, it looks clean and it helps it, you know, keep it from being frayed. But I have that long guy, and that's going to you know, run. Once I get the piping, I'll figure that out, you know, and put it on and trace it out. But yeah, nah, man, this thing is almost getting done. Like I said, just the VVO, and then I had to start figuring out what I'm gonna do for the spark plugs. And then also, I don't know if I put this on another video, but here goes the plugs that I buy. They are NGK, V-Power, whatever. They're 4554s. They're heat range 8 non-resistor plugs. They work great, and they're only $3.49 a piece. So it's like 18 bucks for all of these boys. Or maybe, I don't know. But anyhow, it was something around that nature. But got all that. And so, yeah, man, we're getting everything done. Got my laptop. So one thing, guys, I wanted to what do you call it, point out for this, for me as well as future reference, is on this injector harness, there's actually 2 black whites, right? And there they go, these 2. But you know, when you look at the, damn it, keep dropping that damn plug. When you look at the FSM, the black white, where are we at? Okay, it's right here. It's on the bottom, because the actual color changes from that harness. I don't know why they did that. That's kind of fucking stupid if you ask me. Like, you see, this is coming from the ECU to that harness that I have, and then after that harness, when it connects, then to the injector, it turns to a red white, a red blue, purple red, instead of being light green. And then this one, the SB threw me off, sky blue. But anyhow, but on that harness, it has 2 white black. So 1 white black is on pin number 3. So, and then pin number 3 is you know, that one when you're looking at the plug, when you're looking at it, oh snap, like this is how, you know, you read it. So you see things. So pin number 3 is going to be this one. So when I flip it, it's going to be the second one on top from left to right. But then you see that other one, pin 5, this is what I was telling you, that's the power. Pin 5 isn't used anywhere here. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. There's no 5. So basically that 5 is your, you know, obviously your power. You know, I don't have to double check it because I already know how injectors work, but you know, you could double check it. But anyhow, that's just what's up. So I just wanted to point that out for me, and as well for you guys.